Hello, my tubies. Hello, my tubies and my Teletubbies. I have some questions that I already prepared the answers for. That was sent to my email address, SheilaTrueLove7 at AOL.com. I have a whole list here. I already did the research and printed it out. Um, the first question I have here is, oh wait, before I continue, I just want to say thank you to Wilford Naylor, Lynn Palmer, Tim Parker, Debbie Tripp, Faye Smith for your donation. I received the donations, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. I appreciate it, and may the force be with you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, the first question here from one of my I don't know, subscribers or tubies. Can a man ever be trusted after seeing prostitutes for years and years of his life? He says he loves me, but I have doubts. It's hard to trust a man with a history of behavior of going to prostitutes on a regular basis who has suddenly said he stopped this behavior because he's now in a relationship with me. Can I trust him? So of course I already read the question in advance, and I already prepared my answers because preparation is important. And my answer to her was that, to me, prostitution is rape for money. Because normally if a woman wants to sleep with a man, she'll just sleep with him, and they will both enjoy it. The only reason that a woman would sleep with a man for money is because she has some serious mental illness, because of something that may have happened to her in her childhood. She was abused, or she's either drug addicted or due to poverty. It's the same reason, when you think about it, that stigma we have towards someone who exploits poor and impoverished children and have them working for cheap slave labor. You know, I always look at the root of prostitution. Nobody grows up and wants to say, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a part of that filthy industry. I want to be a prostitute. Nobody says that. So for any male who have no problem exploiting someone else's hardship or someone else's abuse, that to me is just such a tragedy. The reason pigs, and I'm going to call them pigs, they pay for sex, is because they don't really want an emotional attachment. So I say to my the person who wrote me this, honey, do me a favor and get yourself a new boyfriend, really. Because these type of nut jobs, they have no respect for women. And they will never be happy with just one woman because they are sick and they're twisted in their head. Now, can you imagine someone doing to their mother, their sister, and their daughters the same things that they do to other people's family members? So an answer, find yourself another boyfriend, sweetheart. Okay, the next one is, how do I find my soulmate? Okay, my answer for that was, sister, maybe you need to wake up. There is no such thing as a soulmate. No man can live up to the picture many women have in their heads. This is just fiction created by movie makers. And let's think about the fairy tales that we're raised to. Think about our prince. He's going to come and rescue us. Yeah. Mr. Great, right now, you may be in front of some guy. He may be the perfect guy for you right now. And I'm trying to sit here thinking about, what does a soulmate mean anyway? If you're looking for a life partner, then you usually have to, make a man shopping list and make sure you have shared goals, you have the shared morals, you have the shared values. And remember that communication, respect, and trust are the keys to having a successful relationship. What you need to do is write down 10 qualities that you'd like in a partner. Then you need to date lots and lots of men. Go out on different dates. Nobody said sleep around. We said go out on dates and discover which ones have at least 7 or 8 of the key qualities that you require in a partner. And there you have it, babe. what you got, what are you, your so-called soulmate? Do I believe in soulmates? Not particularly. Okay. I want more sex than my man. Okay, so she says, I'm in my early 40s and find that I want more sex than my partner. Some of my friends say their relationships are the same way. So what's going on here? Am I normal? Okay. And I said, first of all, there's nothing wrong with you. If your man isn't having like health issues or resentment towards you for some crazy reason, then you have to realize that despite the myths, that most men are not sex machines. In many cases, a man may be a little intimidated if his lover starts taking the initiative and telling him that she wants it, and she wants it now. Your man may be uncomfortable playing the role of the seducee rather than the seducer, and he may need some warming up. You know, you have to flirt with your partner throughout the day. Just start flirting with him throughout the day to help him build his anticipation. Maybe you can send him an erotic email or a text and let him know that you can't wait for him to get home so that you can ravish him. And then you can surprise him either in the bedroom, on the couch, on the kitchen floor. You know where I'm going with this. By trying something that isn't part of a typical routine, this could most certainly add some spice to your life. Try that and see if it works. The next person says it's a guy. It's from a man. I just recently found out my wife has been having an affair. I am willing to forgive her transgression, not for myself but for our children's sake. But how much more have we to suffer before conclusion? And my response, personally me, I would be out of there. Because you know me, that's a wrap. You cheat, I'm done. But considering you are not me, and you say that you want to stay for the sake of the children, you have to stand your ground and say you will not put up with this. And as much as you should file for divorce, as far as I'm concerned, and you should leave her immediately, you're not going to do that. Let her know that you're willing to give the marriage a chance under the following conditions. And here are the conditions. No contact with the other man ever again. And then you should start counseling immediately. First, you should find out if she even wants to save the marriage, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people who cheat, and especially women, and they get caught, they really want out of the marriage anyway. But you have to see if she even wants to save the marriage. And if she's already with another man and having a difficult time stopping the affair, then more than likely she feels the marriage is already over and have been looking for a way out for quite some time. So you need to take those things into consideration and bring it up in counseling. That's what marriage counselors are for. Okay. This one I found to be funny. My husband has horrible hygiene and I can't bring myself to be sexually attracted to him anymore. If he doesn't have crust on the corners of his mouth, he's got clumps of snot crusted on the outside corner of his nose. Or his hair is greasy, or his hat smells strongly of BO, or he smells like ASS because his chair is fake leather and it holds in moisture and his area sweats all day. She says, however, he's funny, he's sweet, and he's smart. His IQ is 130, and he's a great person overall, but gets super offended when I bring anything up about his hygiene. So, of course, me, I said, I cannot imagine anyone wanting their spouse thinking that they smell or that they look repulsive. Doesn't that bother him, knowing that you feel that way? I think it's inconsiderate for a husband to ignore a serious concern that his wife is having. You're clearly not happy in the marriage. You've made that clear to him. Not being sexually attracted to your husband is a sign that your marriage is definitely in trouble and something has got to be done. This is not healthy, both from the hygiene aspect nor from the emotional aspect. Would you agree? I mean, really? Maybe if you agree, maybe you could just try this out. Maybe if you agree to have more sex, if you both take a shower together and you soap each other up, things can really start to pop off. The more sex he wants, the more showers he'll take. If he gets irritated, it means he's not comprehending the seriousness of the matter, so you'll need to look him in the face and speak more directly and tell him he has to start taking better care of himself if he wants to save the marriage. If he fails to listen, then it's time to show him better than you can tell him. You need to separate from him for a while and let him see what life would be like without you. Now, if he really loves you, he'll make the necessary adjustments. If not, then it's time for you to finalize things. Can you imagine somebody who smells horrible? Oh, anyway, this is part 1 of my Q&A. Sheila True Love, loving you as always. Until next time, we'll talk again. Adios.